baby, don't lie. I know you want to recreate this gorgeous makeup look. So sit back and let me show you how I made this look. So, starting off, we need to get this face right. So we're going to go in with the Glow Baby Under Eye Cream because we don't want any dry under eyes. No, ma'am. Then, these crusty lips. Oh, no. I'm going to use the Catrice Cosmetics Lip Jam Lip Glosses. These bad boys are literally only $5 and they feel luxurious. The Lumi Glotion is going to be a great way to prep my skin for foundation. This is such an easy product to use. It's so simple. This is a very easy to use product. All you do is just plaster it on your face and rub it in with your fingers. Like, come on, girl. It's not that hard. Okay. Next, these brows. I mean, honestly, I don't need to do them, but like, we're going to do it. So I'm using ABH Brow Wiz. This is my Rider Type brow pencil. I wish it was a bit cheaper because I'm a cheap bitch. But all I'm going to do is just very, very carefully shape the lower part of my brow first. So I'm staying in line with my natural brow line. And when I say natural, I mean after a lot of plucking and waxing. I just don't want to overline them. And I'm going to do the same thing on the top. If you go way too high or way too low over the brow line, that's when you get those like really ugly James Charles brows from 2016. So all I'm going to do is just brush this product through my brows to fill them in. A little bit at the front. Brush the spoolie through. You know the drill. We're just going to make them soft, give that gradient effect. And they look pretty dang good. Not bad, right? Okay. Next, I'm going to take the Brow Fast Sculpt. This is just going to set the brow hairs in place. And then once I coat them, I'm going to lay them flat so that they don't move. Not bad for like 12 seconds, right? Okay, now it's time for foundation. We love a good foundation. Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. My holy grail. I use this 99.9% of the time with my Thirsty Lemon Beauty Sponge. With foundation, I find it super important to not over-apply because ain't nobody want to look like a fresh pound cake on the face. No, ma'am. So I apply it to the back of my hand first. So I start by applying the foundation to the larger areas of my face. So my cheeks, my forehead, then I move to my neck. Don't forget the neck. Now, if you have a big schloss like me, a big old fat nose, I always have to move it over to the side to make sure I get those creases. And no, I don't like extra product on the back of my hand afterwards. I don't like a mess. Now it's time for concealer. I'm really loving the Double Time Full Cover Concealer from Kokie Cosmetics. But first, we need to douse this face with some setting spray just to bring some moisture back into the skin. Now, I thought it'd be cute. I thought it'd be a cute little beauty girl, make some smiley faces, but it didn't work out. Like A for effort, but like big fat F for failure, you know? I tried. So, I'm going to start by blending out the smaller areas first. So under my lip, then onto the bridge of my nose. Then I'm going to go up to my such tiny, petite, small, cute little forehead. Then I'm moving to my under eyes. So what I like to do with my concealer personally is take it up at an angle right here. So I create that sharp line so it looks nice and snatched. Now for powder, I'm using the Ultra Pink powder from One Size Beauty. Super viral for a reason. So good. You really don't need a lot with this, but what this is going to do is set that concealer in place so it does not move. It's very blurring, very beautiful. Now those two little lines guts to go. So I'm going to set those in place with a little bit of extra powder. Basically, I need some Botox, okay? Now, to bring some life back into the skin, we're going with Fenty Beauty. This is a beautiful bronzer. This is in the shade In the Sun. So this is going to warm up my skin. Now, I want to look sun-kissed, not sunburnt, okay? Okay, so what I like to do is start stamping this on in circular motions to build up how much bronze I have. It's easier to apply more than it is to take it away, okay? Write that in your notebook. Now, do I need to like apply this to my jawline? No, I have facial hair, but it's just kind of a habit from when I didn't have my facial hair. Anyway, I'm going to use my favorite Blend Bunny brush to basically contour my nose, but with bronzer, okay? It's what I like to do. I also take it up into basically the front of my brow just to make it a little bit more fluid and just flow into my brow, and it just looks nice and natural. What I like to do after this is take my sponge, stamp over it just to soften it up a little bit. I don't really like that snatched nose that some of the girls like, okay? Now for blush. With this blush, be careful. It's extremely pigmented. I learned the hard way, so start off very soft. Build it up. If you want to look like you have frostbite, that's fine. Okay, that's fine, sweetie. To each their own. I don't like that look personally. And that's all I want. Again, taking my Thirsty Lemon Beauty Sponge, blending everything together, nice and soft, blended. I'm getting that gradient, perfection. Another spray of setting spray. I like to spray in between most layers of makeup. Next, on to highlighter. I'm not a huge highlighter kind of guy, but Noctilucent palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics is so good. This is a very glittery highlighter, especially the pink. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so stunning. The way it just catches the light. It makes me feel like a fairy and I want to take my clothes off. The way I'm touching my chest right now. Oh, so good. Love it. Now, onto eyes. Listen to me and listen to me carefully. You need to make sure you prep your eyelids for eyeshadow 100% of the time. This is so important. So we're going to dip into this dark blue shade from the Machina palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. Yes, that's Machina. Not Machina. Machina. So all I'm doing is stamping this on the outer corner of my eye. Basically, I'm stamping it with a rather fluffy brush rather than something dense, so that I'm doing two things at one time. I'm applying a shadow and building up that pigmentation right off the bat, that saturation, while also blending it out at the same time. So what I'm doing now is I'm blending out those edges just a little bit, so that it's a little bit easier when I'm applying my second shadow, which we're going to hop into in about 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here. So now I'm taking this lighter bluish kind of purple, and what I'm going to do is blend that into that first shade to create more of a gradient, and I'm also going to take it down to the inner corner. This is going to create a nice little consistent feel, a good vibe, a good moment, and it's so soft, it's so pretty. Are you feeling your oats? Anyway, I'm going to dip into the lightest blue, and really what I'm going to do with this is kind of apply it with like a windshield wiper motion more than anything, to make sure that everything is blended together seamlessly. It's very soft, it's very flattering and very beautiful, gorgeous. I want everything to be very soft and very delicate with this look. Now, if you lose any of that core original pigmentation from that first shade, you can just apply a little bit more and build it back up. No problem. I feel like sometimes people skip that step when it comes to applying some shadows back again. Don't skip that. It's necessary. Now, I think it's super important to make sure you look at yourself and say, damn, I'm gorgeous. Okay, for shimmer, let me show you this. I think it's super important to show you that sometimes with a brush, shimmers don't really apply too well. And I'm not really a fan of applying eyeshadows with my finger, but let me show you the difference between the brush and then applying this same shimmer with a finger. With the finger, it's so noticeably better. So much more pigmented, right? Yeah. Now, not everyone loves eyeshadow under their lower lash line, but for me it's an absolute must. It makes me feel like the entire look is brought together. It's very cohesive, and to me, I feel incomplete if there's not shadow underneath my lower lash line. So I'm starting off with that original blue shade, and then I'm going to take the second lighter blue shade that I used to smoke it out. So basically, I'm just repeating what I did on the top of my lid, underneath. Obviously, okay. Now, I don't like ColourPop, but the cream gel liner is really good because I have very watery eyes, and cream liners work really well for me. For mascara, we're going to be going in with the Benefit Cosmetics They Are Real Magnet Mascara. I like to shimmy my mascara through my lashes so that they're not clumpy. Now, applying mascara is not really like a talent, so don't act like I was acting like it's a talent. I'm just telling you how I apply it, okay? Okay, now, I'm going to do a little bit of YouTube/TikTok magic here in a second. We're going to have a little transition moment here in a second, and then I'm going to finish off this look. So get ready. Get ready. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh my god. Oh, I had to add the gems. Okay, for lips, we're going in with the Gerard Cosmetics Iced Mocha Hydra Matte Liquid Lipstick. It's so comfortable on the lips. So good. I'm going to give myself one last spray of my Morphe setting spray to lock everything into place. And this is the final look. I believe in you. Recreate this look. Let me see it. You got this. Love ya.